You made me your Madonna, I want to be your whore. That's what Lily Allen sings about in her latest song about her breakup with David Harbour. It really captures something that honestly is everywhere, which is the Madonna-Whore Complex. And it's this cultural split that tells everyone that there are only two kinds of women. There are the ones that you desire, and there are the ones that you marry and that have your children. I'm Leigh, I'm a sex therapist and a coach, and while I do not know Lily Allen or David Harbour, I do know sex and relationships. Now, a lot of men that are attracted to women, they struggle to see their long-term partner, especially if they're the mother of their children, as sexual. And it's not because they're bad or they're broken, right? Really tempting to fall into that bucket and want to kind of point the finger. But really, they've also grown up in a culture that very much divides women into these two boxes, the woman you desire and the woman you settle down with. And for generations, these two identities have been seen as opposites. So once a partner becomes a mum or a wife, it can feel harder to see her through this kind of sexual lens. Because for many men, attraction has been primarily built through objectification. So seeing women as bodies rather than people. And when you then love someone deeply, when you see their kind of full humanity, that kind of objectifying lens, it can become near impossible, right? But the interesting thing here is this doesn't just happen to men. This happens to women too, who come to me and who tell me that they struggle to see themselves as sexual after having kids because they've internalized this split between mum and wife and sexual person. They've learned that being a good mum means you can't be sexual too, but they can. You can, right? It's how we've been socialized to see sex and gender in these really narrow, not very human ways. And I think that one of the most important things we can do is to start questioning this rather than pointing blame. I think once we can start looking at the way our culture has shaped us all, that's when real change can begin. Because this Madonna-Whore complex, it really is everywhere, right? The most obvious example is porn, but the other examples are in pop culture and in the way we look at women as sexy and not sexual, not giving women that sexual agency. They're meant to be wanted, but not want themselves. And then when you put that all together and you become a mum and you become a wife, it becomes this perfect storm of all of these narratives we have about female sexuality. And until we talk about this openly, this is only going to keep happening, right? So those are my 2 cents. What are yours?